So who exactly is Donald Trump? Donald John Trump was born in 1946 in Queens, New York. He's been wealthy his entire life. His father, Fred Trump, built a very successful real estate development business in the New York area, allowing he and his wife, the Scottish immigrant Mary McLeod, to settle their family in the upscale Jamaica Estates neighborhood. There, Donald attended the private Kew Forest School before his parents sent him to the New York Military Academy when he was 13 years old. Donald did well and eventually earned his bachelor's degree in economics from the University of Pennsylvania. When he was 25, Donald moved to Manhattan and took a bigger role in the family business. But within 2 years, he and the company were in hot water, as Trump management was accused by the Justice Department of violating the Fair Housing Act by refusing to rent or negotiate rentals because of race and color. Though Trump eventually settled the charges out of court, the company was still blasted as anti-black on the front page of the New York Times. Donald became president of the company in 1974, and after an investment from his father, took on bigger projects in Manhattan, with some notable successes including selling the property to the city of New York that became the Javits Convention Center. Around this time, he began his 15-year marriage to the Czech-born athlete and model Ivana Zhajnikova. They became fixtures on the New York social circuit, and their 1992 divorce played out in the tabloids. In 1993, Donald married the actress Marla Maples, the woman he had been cheating on his first wife Ivana with for 6 years. Meanwhile, bad business decisions, like the acquisition of the Taj Mahal Atlantic City Hotel and Casino, had him deep in the red by the end of the 80s, forcing him to declare several businesses bankrupt, costing his investors hundreds of millions of dollars. But the Donald doesn't stay down and out for long. With the help of about $75 million in inheritance after his father's death, his fortunes were buoyed once again. By the early 2000s, Trump's name began appearing on developments and towers all over the country and world, including across the street from the United Nations headquarters and towers in Chicago, Honolulu, and Toronto, though projects in Fort Lauderdale, New Orleans, and Dubai failed to reach completion. In 2005, Donald married his third and current wife, the Slovenian model Melania Naus. But what really put Trump on the map of American consciousness is his role as the executive producer and host of the popular NBC reality TV show The Apprentice and its spin-off Celebrity Apprentice, in which contestants engage in competitive business endeavors before final meetings in a boardroom set across the table from the Donald and some of his most trusted associates like daughter Ivanka. Trump is made out like a bandit from his involvement in the show, earning more than $200 million over its 11-year run. This year, Donald declared his candidacy for the Republican presidential nomination in a long-winded, completely off-the-cuff speech that was widely mocked by the American media. Building on his xenophobic hatred of President Obama and unsubstantiated claims that the commander-in-chief was actually born in Kenya, Trump's main campaign pledge has been that he would build a massive wall along the entire length of the US-Mexico border to keep Mexico from sending its criminals to the United States, despite the numerous documented cases of Trump employing undocumented workers in many of his building projects and hotels. Trump's unconventional approach to politics and brash statements have quickly established him as the clear frontrunner of the nearly 20 major candidates vying for the Republican nomination, even though he's never been elected to public office and used to hold fairly progressive political positions like being pro-abortion and supporting the establishment of a universal healthcare system. After declaring his candidacy, federal election regulators released new details of Trump's wealth and financial holdings that strongly contradict his claims that his, quote, net worth is in excess of $10 billion, end quote. In fact, the government says Trump's assets are worth far less, at about $1.4 billion.
Today, I would like to provide the American people with an update on the White House transition and our policy plans for the first 100 days. Our transition team is working very smoothly, efficiently, and effectively. Truly great and talented men and women, patriots indeed, are being brought in, and many will soon be a part of our government, helping us to make America great again. My agenda will be based on a simple core principle: putting America first. Whether it's producing steel, building cars, or curing disease, I want the next generation of production and innovation to happen right here on our great homeland, America, creating wealth and jobs for American workers. As part of this plan, I've asked my transition team to develop a list of executive actions we can take on day one to restore our laws and bring back our jobs. It's about time. These include the following: On trade, I am going to issue our notification of intent to withdraw from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a potential disaster for our country. Instead, we will negotiate fair bilateral trade deals that bring jobs and industry back onto American shores. On energy, I will cancel job-killing restrictions on the production of American energy, including shale energy and clean coal, creating many millions of high-paying jobs. That's what we want. That's what we've been waiting for. On regulation, I will formulate a rule which says that for every one new regulation, 2 old regulations must be eliminated. So important. On national security, I will ask the Department of Defense and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to develop a comprehensive plan to protect America's vital infrastructure from cyber attacks and all other form of attacks. On immigration, I will direct the Department of Labor to investigate all abuses of visa programs that undercut the American worker. On ethics reform, as part of our plan to drain the swamp, we will impose a 5-year ban on executive officials becoming lobbyists after they leave the administration, and a lifetime ban on executive officials lobbying on behalf of a foreign government. These are just a few of the steps we will take to reform Washington and rebuild our middle class. I will provide more updates in the coming days as we work together to make America great again for everyone, and I mean everyone.
What can you say about Trump?
Trump is pro-American. He focused on the welfare of the American people. I am in favor of his policy. We need more Americans in this country. Yeah. Let us Trump.
Trump is okay or is fitted to be the president of the United States because of his policies such as the isolation policy. I think it will make America indeed great again in the future.
Do you want Trump?
For president? Of course, I want him because because he always talks about how strong that we are, how strong that we need to be, how he clearly plans everything. I want Trump to be my president. I want Trump and no one else because the other side is the evil ones. You know Hillary? They are very evil because I know we will win. We will win. Trump.
Sir, I'm going to ask you some questions na po about kay Trump. So, what's your opinion about the election that the US had in the previous week?
Okay, what I think about these elections is just like what I think about what happened in the Philippines and in other countries. I think what the US elections 2016 suggested is the rise of populism. What's populism? It's the rise of the clamor for public support, for recognition of the common people, for the common tao. Ganun ang nangyari sa Amerika at ganun ang nangyari sa Pilipinas. Kaya tingin ko ay may pagkakaugnay ang pagkapanalo ni Duterte at ang pagkapanalo ni Trump noong mga nakaraang halalan.
Thank you, sir. Second question, sir, is what can you say about the platform of Trump, setting walls for the Mexicans and the other immigrants, people in the US?
It's actually surprising, no? Because the USA has been known for democracy, has been known for diversity. Sa matagal ng panahon ng bansang Amerika ay kilala sa pagkataguyod ng pagkilala sa pagkakaiba-iba ng iba't ibang uri ng mga tao na bibilang sa iba't ibang etiko. At ito ngayon si Trump na nagsasabi na ang Amerika ay para lamang sa mga quote-unquote Lehitimong amerikano. Tayo ay nananalangin na sana magbago ang pananaw nito sapagkat kapag nangyari ito, malaking setback ito para sa mga Pinoy sapagkat alam naman natin na maraming Pinoy ang naninirahan at nangangarap pa na manirahan sa Amerika. Pagkatotoo naman na ang Amerika at ang iba pang bansa ay hindi lamang para sa mga tao na taalay pinanganak sa lugar na yun, kundi para sa mamamayan ng daigdig.
Thank you, sir. Last question, sir. What is your final for the view about all things about Trump?
Trump gives American a certain future. Uncertain kasi ibang-iba ang polisiya ni Trump sa polisiya ng kanyang mga sundan. For instance, yung kanyang polisiya pagdating sa imigrante. Hindi rin natin alam kung gaano paninindigan ni Trump yung kanyang polisiya pagdating naman sa para sa mga Amerikano, ang trabaho ay para sa Amerikano, etc. Hindi natin alam kung gaano niya paninindigan iyon. Kaya tingin ko ang Amerika ay nasa uncertainty pagdating kay Trump. Hindi lang yun, ano? Kung pag-aaralan niyo yung global complex, yung global dynamics, ang Amerika talaga ay nasa uncertain time. Kasi nakikita natin yung changing of the guards. Dati ang iniisip lang natin na superpower ay ang USA at wala nang iba. Pero ngayon meron na tayo nakikita ng iba pang superpowers katulad ng China. Hindi natin alam kung ano ang magiging epekto ng pag-angat ng China sa pagkapanalo ni Trump. The rest, sabi nga nila, might be history.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Ingat po.
Good morning, ma'am. Question po is, what is your opinion or what can you say about the previous election po that happened in US recently?
I think it reflects the values of the American people. I really think it all boils down to a gender issue. They're not ready for a female president. I think that's it lang.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Secondly, ma'am, what can you say about about Trump's platform po, especially sa mga immigrants po na parang Trump is planning to build a wall po. Yes po.
It separates Mexico and the United States. Kasi you have to understand that the Americans are very, very proud of being Americans. Diba? They have this value called American exceptionalism, and they think that the Americans have a very different kind of history, although they share the experience of colonialism. Pero after the Second World War, the United States became very, very powerful while the rest became weak. Kumbaga, the Americans from the very start, they're really told through both formal and informal means. Formal, that means sa school. They are told, it's inculcated in them that they are really different, that they are above everyone in terms of how they could rise above challenges, about problems. So, building a wall that separates the United States from Mexico, I think, is a metaphor for saying that it's really the United States on top and then everyone else are down below.
Last question, ma'am. What can you say about Trump naman po, for your overall view po about him?
Rude and parang all-knowing, but he doesn't really know so much. Pero siya, akala niya, alam niya lahat. But I think one of the most important vehicle that has propelled his success is really the social media. Alam niyang gamitin yung social media. So people think that, reachable siya, and it seems as if because of the social media, he has made himself very relatable. For the common American, I think, they see themselves in Trump. Parang we do away with all the diplomacy, with all the parang facade. This is what I am, and take it or leave it. And I think that's something refreshing for a lot of people, and I think that worked for him.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Nakuha ko na sa wakas. Trump.
Oh, we need this. I need this. No. This is mine.
I'm doing a lot with the Trump. Why you get here to me?
We need this.
Oh, just put it quick.
Wow. We need this. We need this.
This guy will surely win the election. I am confident of that because I am a pure-blooded American. He will win. He will win. And we will always win. 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 Trump. 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 Trump.
Who will make America great again? Trump. 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 Who will bring home the ladies? Trump. 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 Say something, idiot.
Everything will be okay with Trump.
Yeah, he will free us.
America great again.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. All Republicans and Democrats and independents across this nation, I say it is time for us to come together as one united people. It's time.